Hello, my friends. It's a long, long day and full of emotions. Yesterday we had 3 tornadoes touching down in Alberta, and in the morning I had video with Diane at 11 o'clock on her channel. So if you would like to check it out, she's wonderful hostess and she's wonderful tarot card reader and psychic. And right now it's 20 past 10. So I will start my own video that I'm always doing, and hopefully I will be able to post it tomorrow. I was halfway doing the reading with Diane, and it was live video, and I was disconnected. The internet went down. Not only internet, the cell was not, I couldn't send any messages. We are so used to it, to have that comfort of being in the 21st century. Didn't feel that way. And Rogers is a lot of places in Canada, like quite a few million people were cut off. At work, my debit machine was not working, so I was working for nothing because not many people are carrying money anymore. It was not fun. So I will have a video with you guys, and hopefully I will feel that I at least did something good for the day, so I can go to sleep. Okay, and thank you once more, Diane, for inviting me. I will be answering questions that you friends sent to me on my comment sections, and just hope that I will be able to post it tomorrow, because a week ago it took me about whole day at work, from 12 o'clock or 11 something to close to the closing time at 5 o'clock. Technology. Okay. AAASSS, that's the person who is sending the question. Will Trump run for president before he is charged? Will Garland charge him soon, before the January 6th hearing is finished? Trump is afraid to somehow announce this, but he will announce that he is running, and we will have another soap opera of fights between him and DeSantis and other participants. Buckle up. It will be exciting. So I think that Garland is waiting until he will be nominated or not nominated, but he will be waiting after this 2022 elections. I want to know what the cards are saying, because that was my modern feeling. Yeah, and he will be running. Well, look, being on a chariot, he will be favorite for so many. Even a lot of those rich donors will abandon him. Woman. So maybe Liz Cheney will, and he will go he will have sleepless nights. He will be worried. The swords on the wall. So it's not going to be as easy as he thinks. Liz Cheney looks like good opponent to him. Okay, how will be Pat Cipollini testifying? Cipollini, July 8th, so it was today, but we don't know. He was behind the door with this January 6th committee. And when I closed my eyes, I saw a table with the big family. He is Italian. And when I check how many kids he has 10 kids. And at least six younger girls are girls, and the youngest one is 12 years old, around that age. So can you imagine yourself? I don't know how many kids you have. We have only two. And I was growing up with two brothers, so three of us. Those discussions can be really tough on parents. And he wants to impress them. He wants to be a good sample for those girls. Oh, if he has some boys as well. Maybe he was trying 10 times and no luck. I'm just kidding. But probably you will let me know how many sons he has. And he would like, the young girls can speak up the minds. They can tell him what they think. They will go head to head. And he will not want to, Cassidy Hutchinson, to let her down, because she is a girl. In every of his daughters, he is seeing her. So I don't think he would like to cause any problems for Cassidy. And as a father, he has that kind of emotional feelings towards those girls. So how would he? Okay. Genie out of the bottle. I just saw this vision. So sometimes the visions will come even during the reading, like this one. And it looks like he will pull the genie out of the bottle and we will know more than we expected. So that would be great. He doesn't want to work for the government, for any presidency anymore. He wants to be safe and he wants to go his private way. He's starting a new adventure, but that will be a new adventure for the committee as well. They will be facing a new avenue and they will have to make some decisions related what he said. So it will be a big eye-opener for people. Christina Hoffman, Lev Parnas, and Igor Fruman. Those two guys, Ukrainian guys who were helping Giuliani to find the dirt on Biden's, and they were cooperating with Giuliani. They were very often visiting Mar-a-Lago and White House, and then Trump said, well, I don't know them. And they have so many pictures with him. So of course he knew them, he knew what they were doing. They donated some money. So Christina Hoffman is asking, Lev Parnas was recently sentenced to prison and fined over $2 million. Will Igor also go to prison? Igor is already in prison. And he was for 2 years in house arrest. So he has 1 year and 1 day in the prison, but he was for 2 years in house arrest. So, yeah, that will be, and he has to pay some money to 300 or something like that. So they both will be, and one of them has a son who is Aaron Parnas, is American lawyer and politician activist. So Lev Parnas' son, he is a lawyer for the Republican Party. That's just some information. How well connected they are. Green leaf, that's the questionnaire. And thank you everyone for your questions, and thank you for watching me, and thank you for booking appointments with me. Will Gorsuch, Coney Barrett or Kavanaugh be impeached for lying during their hearings? I didn't see Gorsuch and Barrett, but Kavanaugh, I saw that someone used the fire extinguisher and put the foam over him. So put his fire down. I bet he will have a lot of hot, he will be walking in the fire. So there will be some drama in his, because without reason we wouldn't use the fire extinguisher. So, and yes, Angel of Swords will be fighting, protecting those women who were accusing, especially that one lady who was accusing him. His luck will be up and down, juggling, and it will be related to the money that he somehow got before election. So they would like to know where it came from. And he's waiting. He is waiting for them to come one day and take care of him. Douglas, how long before members of Supreme Court will be leaving, and will we get more justice soon? I saw Justice Clarence disappeared. That was quite a while ago when I said that. And will the other be leaving? Now that they are still sitting on the chairs, so I don't see them leaving. They still have hands full of plans and goals. Very dysfunctional family, very dysfunctional. And they are doing the dirty job, the devil work for the GOP party. And would they be replaced? It's up to Biden to replace them. Biden should get a grip on them and start adding new justice, at least fighting for it. That will be worth it something, because he is, not doing enough. Edwin TG, it would be great if everyone will. Okay, that's a great idea. He is asking about those dolls who are crying, those baby dolls that some schools, I don't know if in USA, but in Canada, I heard that they want girls to experience motherhood. So they have those dolls that the girl will take for 3 days at home for the weekend, long weekend usually. And she has to feed the baby. The baby will be crying every few hours. So you have to change the diaper, you have to give them a food, somehow attend. And walk them. Yeah, I remember when my son was waking me up, Leszek. Adrian was, Roman was sleeping for many hours, but Leszek was the one who was always hungry, and I had to feed him every 4 hours, 3 hours. Gosh. And so it was always hard for me, but until he was 2.5, the first night that I was able to sleep. Yeah, it would be great if some people will come up with that present to Justice Thomas and his wife, even to everyone from the jury. He said it will be to mail those dolls to MTG and Thomas Clarence. If he will get $2 million, that will make a big point and big splash, and it will be very Gorsuch. that was, I was pronouncing wrongly the name of the judge. And it will be a big statement. Can you imagine how crazy they will be if they will get those doors and next one, and they couldn't stop them? There is some program that, what would they do? It will be a nice lesson to them. Yvonne Rivera, and it is the green leaf. No, that was not green leaf. That was Edwin TG, who sent that great idea. Thank you, Edwin. Yvonne Rivera. Is it safe to cruise again on the cruise ships? And I saw people feeling not as, eager to be in a group of bigger amount of people on a cruise. On a cruise, you have to mingle with everyone. But people will be standing on by themselves. So it will be less attractive as before, but then some people will be enjoying. I still see that there will be some problems with the illnesses. So if you are healthy and you have good insurance, you can do that. But for older people who have some health issues, maybe not that great idea, because it's still not over for COVID, and the new variant is even worse. So, and I was talking about the new illness coming from from Africa, that is like different version of Ebola, because it's a bleeding disorder, a bleeding illness. They are bleeding from nose, mouth, ears, even from eyes. I have a bleeding disorder, and once I had that experience in a hospital after I had Audra boy. That was the illness. I will have to write down the name of that. And I was only 14 years old, and I was really badly bleeding, and I was far away from my parents. They couldn't come because it is infectious that I got that illness, and it's usually for babies. So I was in a room with babies, dark curtains, and nurses were bathing me, and they said, oh, it's measles. Measles. I'm just thinking what the name of the illness was. Measles. It can kill, but, and the nurses are talking to themselves. I'm not that baby, I'm 14. So I heard them saying, did you ever see anything like that? The doctor thinks that they have to give her transfusion. Then I thought, oh gosh, it's worse than I thought, because the room was dark. I didn't need, and I was so weak. I was sleeping, so I was not paying attention. But that shocked me. And then I look, and the bathtub was full of blood. So yeah, it is dangerous. People can die of it. I'm living with that illness, and I'm so blessed that I can still kick. My bucket is not full yet. I have to fill the bucket. But, measles can be dangerous for people, for kids or for adults who had a bleeding disorder. But the new variant from Africa, it is something, it's not South Africa, I think it's from Kenya. It's very dangerous, and I was talking about this with Diane. Yes, and I had a very optimistic vision that the army of doctors will go and stop, and it will be under control. Ebola was under control. They were able to control it. So hopefully everything will be okay, but be aware if you are planning to go to Africa, take that in consideration. If you want to go for cruise around Africa, take that in consideration, and you never know who will have it. And those two people who were sick, they didn't know each other. They were living completely separate lives, so it looks like it is through the air, but they don't know yet how it's spreading. And it's very deadly. So you have to be aware of that. You have to always think, what if? Okay, Douglas Adams. My father's, my previous name was Adam, but Adams is very close. Thank you for accepting my way of reading. Thank you so much. And question, do you think that Putin will create a world war just to spy the other countries? Do you see him being replaced soon? And I saw him holding match. You know, so if someone doesn't blow that match, he can cause a fire. He is thinking about starting something big, dangerous and dramatic. A lot of horrific moments can happen, and he is ready for that. He just wants to go to the history as one of those names like Hitler. So he is happy to be the destroyer. But I saw one man in a crowd who looks more old-fashioned, more noble, like from the different century, and he is thinking about using his power to destroy Putin. That's just a vision. I didn't see him killing. I didn't see him anything. Just one standing up in a crowd man. And I knew he is noble because the way he was dressed, like in the 16th century. Shri, will water scarcity of extreme level happen soon in USA? And it looks like some parts of USA will be affected because it looks like scientists are running after camel. So with this equipment and so on, and they are not capable of, and the camel can survive in a dry climate because he can drink in advance and hold the water on the back. But and then I saw a cloud, and it's a fake cloud pulled through the sky from oceans. So I think they will be able to figure out somehow how to bring the moisture, the clouds from ocean to the land, and that way irrigate the but how expensive it will be and how much in the future I can see that, I don't know. But it is something that they have to figure out how to push the clouds with the water, the fake clouds. Would that be possible? Maybe the cards will say something more. Rainbow over family. But after a rain, there is always a rainbow. So this will be a prognostic that there will be some happiness. Eventually they will be able to figure out how to bring the rainbow with the, because after every storm if there is a sun, we can see the rainbow, so that will be, they are working on it. A lot of angels are helping them to figure out, and some noblemen, some scientists are working on it. They want to do the best job. And Shuri is asking, will alternative medicine ever find real trust in people? And I saw that game that people are walking backwards without touching heads, under the lower the barrier, the better. So they will eventually be able to, but it will be really hard to I see the barrier being very low, but because that means that it will be really hard for some medication to go through it, but they will be working. Most doctors don't trust those remedies. Angel of Justice will help. What you put, you will receive. So you have to educate yourself as well, especially when you feel sick, when you feel vulnerable. Do your own research, and maybe some of in China they are very much pro it. Even President Xi, he has some problem with his brain, but he refused to take the regular medication, touch the medicine. He is using the homeopathic medication. Queen Elizabeth is on the medication, homeopathic medication. So that's... Today I don't have a remedy, but I want to share something with you. Some information. This is Vaseline glass. When you want to prove that something is Vaseline glass, you need to have the black light. I don't know. Can you see how it's glowing under black light? It's old Fenton. The company was over 100, I think 20 years old, and they closed it a few years ago. This was all hand blown, and the length of the tool was characteristic for each of the makers. It contains uranium. That's when you put the black light, it will show it. At work, I have the black light. I was talking today with Diane, and I said that I believe that it's protecting me from viruses. Maybe it's just my imagination, but if you ever, it's not expensive, the black light, and put this so the kids wouldn't be exposed and you are not exposed to it. So put this high on wardrobe or somewhere higher in that it will do the job, but you wouldn't see it in your eyes because it's not a best light for your eyes. I can show you. The regular glass will not react that way. No matter what, it doesn't give that glow. So they are not making any big items from Vaseline glass because uranium is mostly for medical field or army. So in China it's forbidden to have because it's considered to be, not that it's dangerous, but they are uranium is kind of forbidden for the average person to own it. This is old one, and you see how it glows. This one I have for years, and I always carry this in my purse. So whenever I'm buying from someone, I'm checking. I didn't have my black light, and I bought this one. Outside, they look exactly the same, but the uranium salt is making a big difference. It's getting really hard to find them because a lot of them will be damaged and broken and removed. So this is depression glass. Some people will call depression uranium glass, and that's the correct name. And they have so many different colors: green, blue, opaque, orange, or amber. Amber is red and that's orangey, but amberina is red and orange, so that's very hard. It's harder to find. And transparent pink. I never have seen that one yet. So have fun collecting something so unusual, and they are now making just a little marbles sometimes, or something very small because they can't really afford. It's expensive to make it, and it started to be in 1787, the first time it was developed by German scientists. So it's all, some of those pieces are very, very old. This beautiful thing, it has even paintings inside. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a lot of flowers painted. Can you imagine the craftsman? Unbelievable. And that's usually a hot potato in my store. A lot of people are collecting this, and whenever I'm lucky to buy, I know that there will be buyers for it. Okay, I want to do the prayers before it's too late, because I might be stopped again. We want to pray for peace, for security, and there will be no illnesses coming our ways, no any epidemics, nothing like that. We want to be protected. We want to be safe, and the world needs to be safe from that. Stay positive, stay safe. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.